Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Rex.
So this is patron saints Cat and Shane.
Cat and Shane. Oh, I know Cat and Shane. Cat and Shane, you're patron saints of whiskey. Is that the? We're hold on.
That was my Dark Crystal impersonation.
Okay, so there's
remember that one?
Yes, but there's also a didgeridoo.
Yeah, boy.
Or there's some type of monk chant.
Yeah, oh, what is that one?
It's not Benedictine.
No. Yeah, it's the Gregorian.
Are you
Gregorian
sure?
chant.
Gregorian, dude?
Gregorian.
Gregorian?
Yeah.
All right.
So this one is interesting because I think a lot of people can get this one.
Good.
This is Tullamore Dew for crying out loud.
Sure.
Right? And they put this into into
a rum cask.
A rum cask.
Need some help there?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you know.
There we go.
Oh.
Now I gotta get my notes on the rum cask.
Oh, all right, hold on. That is almost Irish. Oh, it is Irish.
Okay.
we just did a bourbon. I'm thinking bourbon right now.
This Tullamore
Dew. Why does this bourbon smell like Irish?
This Tullamore Dew is a mix of the three styles of making Irish whiskey.
Okay.
Pot still, single malt, and grain column still.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So they took that blend of the classic Tullamore Dew and they put them into Caribbean rum casks.
Buttery Irish. And then, is that the... I'm thinking, man, there's an element I can't put my finger on. It may be the rum.
Yeah, to me, the nose, I'm finding classic Tullamore and then add a little bit of a plum.
A plum? Oh.
Yeah, like fresh plum.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
In the taste, it just tastes like a really sweet Tullamore.
Yes, it is sweet. It is a particularly sweet, because Irish whiskey is always pretty dang sweet. This is a particularly sweet Irish whiskey.
Candy sweet.
I'm saying plum, and then I'm getting just a layer of melon in there too. Nice layer of melon with the classic buttery Irish note. Yeah,
it's simple. One note. It just sort of holds one thread right down the middle, and that's it. It doesn't really spread out or expand itself in any direction.
So this is a very nice, easy, hard to find something not to like about it with.
Yeah.
This is a whiskey where somebody, they don't even consider themselves a whiskey drinker. They just like sweet things. It's like, sit down, I got something for you.
This is like Mr. Rogers. Like, you have to like him. It's Mr. Rogers.
This hard liquor is like Mr. Rogers.
Yeah. Like, no one's gonna be like, I hate that Mr. Rogers. Like, it's just not possible. You can't hate Mr. Rogers.
You're gonna feed the fish.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, what's the comparison?
Well, what the comparison is to what I really wanted to try over here was Colum Lennon, a magnificent bastard, sent this in.
He said magnificent bastard.
Yes, I did.
Colum Lennon, you magnificent
bastard.
Fight.
All right. So this is a new Teeling. Never had this one.
Oh. We've had a lot of Teeling.
Yeah, this is the barley wine finish.
Ah.
Now,
okay.
I am not entirely certain of the difference between barley wine and mead from barley.
So, I've had a neighbor back in the previous house across the street. He was really into the microbrew. He introduced me to the barley wines. I think I remember these having a little bit higher proof than typical beers.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And I really liked it. I thought it was exceptionally nice.
I can smell that sort of wine funk.
So immediately the note that hit me, that jumped to mind, was maltiness.
Yeah, just pure malt.
Yeah.
But I'm also getting like a pie, like a cherry pie. All the bready.
Okay, all right.
Mostly crust, like before you cut into it and start eating the cherries.
I'm gonna say yeah, cherry, but they also got a little dose of the lemon in there too.
Yeah, so maybe like the pie as it's being cooked, and you can smell it start to bake in the oven.
Yeah.
But you're not really getting the smell of the cherries completely yet.
Yeah, getting the citrus note.
And then there is that sort of wine sweet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That one I really, really like.
Wow. I'm assuming it's the barley wine element.
Yeah.
That added a whole new layer. Dude, we got to get our hands on
This
some barley.
totally reminds me of the Senso finish.
Yeah, we have to get our hands on some barley wine. Do they put it in barrels? We're going to put some in barrels.
It's just this rounded, viscous flavor profile. That's that deep sweetness and even more malty than normal on an Irish.
It's very floral, very honey, very malty. Floral, honey, malty. Then there's the bready element with the you say cherry pie. I think that's a good note. And then there's that on the nose. There's a thread of citrus. On the taste, the citrus goes. It's hidden underneath several other layers. It's not a dominant flavor by any means. But that barley wine, man, I think they stumbled onto something here. That I would not be surprised if I see other distilleries start to pick up barley wine influence in their whiskeys.
And I just like the way the word phonetically said.
Barley wine.
Barley wine.
Yeah.
Let's head down to the pub and get ourselves some barley wine.
Right. Oh, man. So what the barley wine does is it takes this Irish whiskey, and most often you're going to get Irish whiskeys that are going to be, you know, shortbread cookie, buttery, kind of desserty, friendly, and not quite as much as bourbon, but, you know, the spectrum is narrower. Than like scotches, for example, has a fairly narrow spectrum. This widens out the spectrum of what Irish whiskey is capable of. It tamps down the classic shortbread buttery cookie notes. Yep. Right, those get hidden behind this maltiness, this breadiness, this cherry pie.
Because I don't get that same sort of. So the thing I like about a shortbread cookie, is that you bite into it thinking it's going to be stiff and dry, but because of the butter content, it just sort of crumbles into goodness. Right. I'm not getting that in this Teeling the same way that I get it in the other ones, Irish whiskeys.
You would be hard pressed to taste even nose this blind and pinpoint it as an Irish whiskey. The barley wine influence is that present on there. It takes it into a whole nother direction than what classic Irish whiskey is typically going to give you. But it does it in a really nice way. I really like that.
I think this still lives, I don't know. I think this still lives pretty solid in the variant of Ireland.
So, I would say the rum cask finish, here's the thing. We have a rum cask finish, classic Irish distillery, and a barley wine finish, classic Irish distillery. This is, squarely in traditional Irish whiskey.
I get it. It's the dead center.
This is like,
this is still on the game board, though.
This is an outlier, and I think...
Remember, we spent the last 2 days doing trio comparisons.
All right.
Trying to find the country of origin on things.
We need 3 more whiskeys.
Yeah, and if I had the luxury of comparing this to 2 other things, you would definitely pick this as the Irish.
Daniel, I'm looking at the little screen next to the camera here, and you know what I see?
What?
The luxury of you being able to compare this.
Yeah.
The luxury, Daniel. You say if, and I say, well, it just so happens. It just so happens.
We're not doing a trio tasting right now.
You know what? I could help you out of this corner that I have put you in. I could help you.
It's like
if I had comments.
It's like you punch somebody in the face, knock them down, you're like, oh, hey, let me help you out, man.
If I had comments, then I could just pivot and segue into reading a comment.
You have a phone.
But I have no comments. Fine, I'll have a phone, and then I'll do a random scroll through the comments.
Do one random.
The people must be heard, Daniel. Oh, it was talking about the Westland Gariana.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's phenomenal. And then Elliot113 says, I was certain Rex was going to say, if you steal, and then I just ran off with a bottle of Westland.
Yeah, that would have been a great idea.
And the toast. Yeah, I'm not that sharp, but thank you, Elliot, for
that's why we hid the Gariana.
Making me aware of how I missed the opportunity for shenanigans there. Appreciate it, bud. Gariana is quite expensive. Oh, really?
It is in the $100
for him, price as a regional, it's $160.
Yeah, that's about right.
That was so amazing.
So rare.
So amazing. Have you guys ever, this is Brandon Phillips, ever sampled or reviewed South African whiskey?
Yeah, I don't know if we reviewed it.
I would love to see a review on Baines.
Yes, we did Baines. I have Baines.
Wait, did we do Baines?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
Type in Baines in the search function, and you'll see it. But I know we have Baines in here, and I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure we reviewed this.
Yeah, that's unopened.
No, this is a replacement one.
It will. I don't know. Well, if we haven't done it, we'll do it.
If not, we'll do it. I like that one. All right.
Have I tapped
I prefer Teeling.
Okay.
Shocker. Shocker.
So just because of the uniqueness.
Yes.
Because it's
complex and interesting.
Different. You say it still feels very Irish.
It does.
I say, man, it's so much of an outlier. Maybe you can like do your little deductive thing and get there.
What would you compare it to?
Exactly.
Like, what would you mistake it for?
That's just
if it wasn't Irish.
It's such an outlier. I'm thinking this. Outliers can come from any country. I'm thinking outliers. There's no region where you can say, yeah, this is classic. This has traditional notes of blah 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 blah. For me, I'm saying this is an outlier that I would be hard pressed to attach to any country.
Huh.
Yeah.
Like bottle with no country.
Yes, it's rogue bottling. Here's the fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, fight for a friend.
If you steal some comments, because Daniel needs the help.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.